Happy Father's Day to all the dads all over the world. See, you mean the world to me, my dad. Dad, the best I ever had. The good and bad, you made me glad. Favorite memory played in my mind. Real feeling that stood the test of time. From the little laughter to the big advice, you were my calm, my sacrifice. New ideas and hard time too. But you stood strong like a hero did. Through the joy when the times were sad, you found the strength to carry on. You held the ground and kept me strong. Today and all days, just to know it's true. Dad, my heart is so proud of you. See, there's so many kids, but few can see. All you facing so equality. No one truly know your pain, but still you rise again and again. You surrounded yourself with the light, with the peace and love. You chose what's right. And inspiration through and through. I thank God every day for you. Dad, I see the change in you. Your spirit is bold and heavy. A heart renewed in every storm. You found your grace and now I see your face. You mean the world to me, Dad. Your journey has been strong, glad you gave me love. Gave me a fight. You taught me wrong. You taught me right. I miss you so much, Dad. But your love will forever and forever be in my heart and my mind.
Robert woke. The sun painted soft light across his bedroom wall. It was Father's Day, early June 2025. A familiar quiet settled over him, a gentle weight upon his shoulders. 20 years had passed since his father, Mr. Harris, had gone. A long time, and yet such a short time too. His father was gone from this world, yes, but not truly gone. Not from his heart, not from his thoughts, especially not on days like this one. The ache he felt was not sharp, not anymore. It was a gentle reminder, a reminder of a love that still burned brightly, a bond unbroken by time. He padded downstairs in his bare feet. The old house was still. The coffee pot on the counter gurgled, a comforting, familiar sound. His dad had loved coffee, black, strong, and always first thing in the morning. Robert made his coffee the same way now. It was a small ritual, a quiet tribute. The rich aroma began to fill the kitchen. It was like a warm hug from the past. He poured a cup, the steam rising to meet him. He held it in both hands, feeling the warmth seep into his palms, remembering, always remembering. His father's smile, his quiet words, the way he used to hum off-key. Outside, the world was slowly waking up to the special day. He saw a young family walking across the street, full of laughter. The father was lifting his small child high into the air, the child squealing with delight. Robert watched them for a moment, a soft smile touching his own lips. It was a genuine smile. There was no bitterness in his heart, only a quiet longing, a wish for one more moment, one more shared cup of coffee with his dad, one more chance to hear his voice, to ask for his simple, profound advice. He knew that was a wish that could not be granted, but it lingered. This day, Father's Day, was always a mixture of feelings for Robert. Sadness, yes, a thread of it ran through the day, undeniable and true. But there was also profound gratitude, deep, heartfelt gratitude. Gratitude for the precious years he had been given with his father, for the unwavering love he had received, a love that shaped him, for the remarkable yet simple man his father was, Mr. Harris. Robert knew this Father's Day, like all the others, would be spent in gentle reflection, honoring a cherished memory, celebrating a life well lived. Mr. Harris was not a man for grand speeches or eloquent pronouncements. He didn't preach from a pulpit or write down his philosophies for the world. His lessons were quiet. They were subtle. They were woven into the fabric of everyday life. He taught Robert about kindness, true kindness, not with carefully chosen words, but with his consistent everyday actions, helping a neighbor fix a leaking roof, sharing the vegetables from his small, lovingly tended garden with anyone who needed them, always having a kind word, a moment of his time for everyone he met. He showed Robert that kindness was a strength, a quiet power. "Work hard, son," Mr. Harris would often say, his voice gentle but firm. His hands, calloused from years of labor, would rest on Robert's shoulder. But work smart, and always be honest in what you do. He believed deeply in the dignity of effort. He believed in unwavering integrity. He showed Robert that true satisfaction came from a job well done, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant that job might be. These simple words, spoken without fanfare, became Robert's guiding principles in life. They echoed in his mind whenever he faced a challenge or a decision. Love, in their modest home, was not about extravagant gifts or loud declarations. It was in the steady, dependable, everyday things, the small acts of care. Mr. Harris would patiently fix Robert's broken toys when he was a child. His strong hands, surprisingly gentle, would make them whole again. He would listen, truly listen, not just wait for his turn to speak. When Robert spoke about his day at school, about his childhood dreams, about his secret fears, he made Robert feel heard, understood, and valued. That was his language of love. a language Robert learned to speak too, because of him. Mr. Harris also taught Robert the profound importance of community. "We're all in this together, son," he would say, looking out at their neighborhood. "We need to look out for each other, lend a hand when we can." He didn't just say the words, he lived them. He volunteered at the local food bank. He helped organize neighborhood cleanup drives, always with a cheerful spirit. He showed Robert that helping others was not a burden to be endured. It was a privilege, a way to connect with people, a way to build something good and lasting. Robert closed his eyes for a moment, and the memories flickered. Like scenes from an old, beloved movie reel, they played in his mind's eye. Fishing trips down by Miller's Pond, those cool, misty early mornings, his dad patiently teaching him how to bait a hook, how to cast a line just right, the comfortable, easy silence that settled between them as they waited for a bite, the sudden thrill of a tug on the line, the shared excitement, his father's quiet pride. These were such simple moments, ordinary in their way, but they were precious. They were golden threads in the tapestry of his childhood. He remembered the unique, comforting scent of his father's small workshop in the garage, a mixture of wood shavings, oil, and something uniquely Dad. Mr. Harris would often be in there, humming softly to himself, completely absorbed, mending a wobbly chair leg, building a sturdy birdhouse for the garden. Robert would sit and watch him for hours, fascinated by his focused work. His father's hands moved with such purpose, with such practiced skill and care. He learned from watching him that creating something useful, something tangible, was a quiet joy. It was another form of love, expressed through effort and attention. Then came the year 2005, the year the world tilted on its axis for Robert. Mr. Harris got sick. It happened so suddenly, it progressed so quickly. The ordinary days became a blur of hospital visits, sterile corridors and hushed conversations, of holding his father's hand, a hand that grew steadily weaker each passing day. Robert remembered the final quiet goodbye, the profound silence in the room afterward, the overwhelming, aching emptiness that settled deep within his soul. It felt as if a vital part of him, a guiding star, had been extinguished. The world felt different then, colder, emptier. 20 years, it was a whole generation, a significant span of time. Yet, sometimes, in moments like these, it felt like only yesterday. The sharp edges of grief had softened over the years. It was more like a quiet companion now, more like a gentle ache of remembrance than an unbearable, crushing weight. But the absence remained, a space in his life that no one else could ever fill, a voice he still longed to hear, especially on days like today, Father's Day, a day for remembering all that was given, a day for honoring all that was lost, a day to acknowledge the enduring power of a father's love. After finishing his coffee, Robert walked slowly to his small study. The room was filled with books, many of them his father's old paperbacks. He sat down at his desk and took out a special notepad, cream-colored, good-quality paper, and his favorite fountain pen, the one that felt just right in his hand. This was his ritual, a sacred, private tradition, every Father's Day, for 20 long years. He wrote a letter to his dad. It was his way of talking to him, of keeping him close, of keeping his memory vibrant and alive, of sharing his life, his joys, his sorrows. It was a bridge across the silence. He would write about everything that had happened in the past year, the small, everyday joys, the unexpected challenges he had faced. He told his dad about his work at the community center, the progress they were making, about the community garden he had started, how the tomatoes were thriving this year. He wrote about the people he had met, the new friends he had made, the lessons he had learned, sometimes the hard way. As he wrote, he could almost imagine his dad nodding in understanding, maybe offering a quiet piece of advice. a word of encouragement. His presence felt very near. "Dear Dad," he began, his pen moving smoothly across the page. The ink flowed. "It's me, Robert. Happy Father's Day wherever you are. I hope it's peaceful there. Another year has passed by since I last wrote. So much has happened, as always. I try my best, Dad, every single day, to live by the values you taught me, to be kind, to be honest, to work hard. I really hope I'm making you proud. I miss your laugh more than words can say. I miss your steady advice. I just miss you." The words flowed from his heart, unfiltered, honest, true, a son speaking to his father. When the letter was finally finished, pages filled with his neat script, he would read it aloud. His voice, sometimes thick with emotion, would occasionally tremble on certain words. Other times it was steady, filled with a deep and abiding love. Reading it aloud was a release. It was a reaffirmation of their unbreakable bond. The words hung in the quiet room for a moment like a prayer sent heavenward, a testament to a connection that death itself could not sever nor diminish. It was for Robert the most important conversation of his entire year, a connection that time and distance could not erase, a love that endured. Mr. Harris's true legacy wasn't etched in cold stone or bronze plaques. It wasn't found in grand buildings named in his honor or in statues in the park. It was alive. It breathed. It moved in Robert's daily actions, in his choices. It was evident in the quiet kindness he consistently showed to strangers he met. It was there in the deep well of patience he had with others, even when tested. It was in the steadfast, quiet integrity he brought to his work, to his life. His father's simple, powerful values were his compass, his true north, guiding him always. He carried his father not as a burden of memory, but as an inner strength. Robert had taken a neglected, forgotten patch of land in his neighborhood, and with hard work and dedication, he had transformed it into a vibrant community garden. He often remembered his father's deep love for the soil, for the earth, the genuine joy Mr. Harris found in planting tiny seeds and watching them grow into something nourishing. Now children from the local area came to the garden. They learned to plant their own seeds. They learned about patience, about nurturing, about the quiet miracle of life springing forth. Mr. Harris would have loved that so much. Robert knew it in his heart. He could almost see his father smiling, tending the young plants alongside them. He also dedicated several evenings a week to volunteering at the youth center downtown. Many of the kids who came there lacked a consistent, positive father figure in their lives. Robert didn't preach to them. He simply listened. He offered gentle guidance when asked. He shared stories, not preachy, moralizing stories, just simple truths. Many of these were lessons he had learned from his own dad, repackaged for a new generation. He tried to be the steady, reliable, caring presence his father had always been for him. It was his way of paying forward the incredible gift he had received. It was his way of making a difference, just like his dad taught him. Sometimes an older neighbor, someone who had known his father well, would stop Robert on the street. "You remind me so much of your father, Robert," they'd say, their eyes softening with a distant memory. "He was such a good man, your dad, a truly fine man." And each time Robert heard those words, a profound warmth would spread through him. It was the highest praise he could ever receive, the greatest compliment. It meant that his father's spirit, his kindness, his integrity was still touching lives. Through him. This, Robert knew, was the true, living, breathing legacy, a legacy of love passed from one heart to another. For those whose fathers have passed on, days like Father's Day can be particularly hard. The world around you celebrates, and you feel that quiet, persistent ache, that unmistakable sense of a missing piece in the puzzle of your life. But please know this and hold it close to your heart. Your father is not truly gone. He lives on. He lives on in your heart, a cherished and protected space. He lives on in your memories, those precious moments you shared. He lives on in the person you have become, shaped by his love and his guidance. His love is an indelible part of you, woven into your very being. Their lessons, whether spoken aloud or demonstrated through quiet action, still guide you. Their wisdom echoes in your mind when you face difficult choices or crossroads in life. Their laughter, a cherished and joyful sound, can still bring a smile to your face unexpectedly. Their strength, which you witnessed and admired, can still uphold you in challenging times. They are present in the stories you tell about them, keeping their memory alive for others. In the family traditions you continue to keep, honoring what was important to them. In the love you now pass on to your own children or to others in your life. Their influence is a golden thread intricately woven into the tapestry of your life. If you're missing your father deeply today, allow yourself to feel it fully. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to shed tears. It is okay to long for them. These feelings are a testament to the love you shared, a love that was real and profound. But also, amidst the sadness, allow yourself to feel the love, the immense love they gave you so freely, the deep love you still hold for them in your heart. That love is real. It is powerful. It transcends absence. It bridges any distance. It connects you to them, always and forever. It is a bond that cannot be broken. Love is stronger than death. Cherish the memories you hold. Speak their name often. Share their stories with joy. Let their legacy, their example, be a source of inspiration in your own journey. A beacon of hope that shines brightly, even in moments of darkness or doubt. A father's love is a remarkable, precious gift, one of life's greatest treasures. It shapes us in countless ways. It stays with us throughout our lives. It is a light that never truly fades away. It continues to shine, guiding us, comforting us, reassuring us, forever and always. They are gone but never ever forgotten.